When you have absolute value signs, you have two answers because there's two distances. So we have absolute value signs here. And when you have a less than, we have to be able to deal with that. So we're going to write two equations. The first one is exactly what we see, m plus 2 less than 11. The second equation, which I'll write in blue, is m plus 2, and we switch the sign and make what we're equal to opposite, which makes it a negative 11. Now we solve both of these and graph them because we will have two answers. So if I move my negative 2 over, I get 9. And if I move my negative 2 over here, I get negative 13. So if we go on our number line, and we go to 9, and we go to negative 13, which is down here on the left, and we look at the red graph, we have an open circle, and we're going to the left. With the blue graph, we have an open circle also, and we're going to go to the right. So the intersection, or the graph, which is here in black, is the line in between with open circles on the negative 13. That means these numbers will work for that problem. So let's just try one answer. One number I know for sure that's in between is 0. So if I put a 0 in, so 0 plus 2 is 2. Is that less than 11? And that's true. So I've tested it by looking at my graph. So there is my answer for an absolute value with a less than sign. Now, absolute value with a greater than sign, we don't do anything different. We're still going to write our 3n plus 6 greater than or equal to 12. And our second equation will be 3n, the same exact thing, except now we're going to switch the sign and we're going to change the 12 to a negative 12. So when we go through solving this, I'll move my 6 over, so it becomes a negative 6. So negative 6 and 12 is a 6. 3n, and I'm going to divide by 3. I get n greater than or equal to 2. So I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to move my 6 over, so it's a negative 6. So I have 3n less than or equal to, and now this happens to be a negative 18. My sign doesn't switch because I'm not multiplying or dividing by a negative, I'm moving. So I divide by 3, which is a positive number. So n is less than equal to negative 6. So let's go to our graph. If we go to our graph, I'm going to go to a negative 6 down here and 2 to the right. And my red graph is I'm going to have a filled in circle, but I'm going to go to the right for my arrow. And then my blue one I go with also a filled in circle, but it goes to the left. So they don't intersect each other. So this graph is what's often called a union. Both graphs they don't intersect each other. They just go opposite directions.